Okay, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome everybody to this recording. I guess I don't have anybody watching it, but you can watch the recording on YouTube or on Facebook. So, excuse me, I was forwarded a scenario and was asked to look into it and try to answer the questions for this mock exam. That is for NEBOSH IG1. So the scenario reads basically that there was this new lady that was hired. When I say lady, she's barely out of college, just 1 year. And she was learning the ropes, basically getting to know who's there and what's not. This also meant that she had to learn the shortcuts of the business. Before she went there, she had to test her ears, her eyes, to make sure that she can see and hear the warning signs and alarms and signals. And basically, she got them tested. And next, she completed a week of classroom-based training. So her induction was 1 week, 1 week of induction, only classroom training consisted of videos, written information, and discussions. She then moved into the mill. So that was the induction, just videos and written information. Okay. One day she decided to take a shortcuts through the mill, just like many before her. So this is a bad culture, including guests, workers, and other people, trespassers maybe. Basically, this means that the premises is not controlled, okay? Because one of the employer's responsibilities is to make sure that the neighbors are protected from any dangers, any hazards, any risks that their business imposes. So this shows that there is a hole in the fence or something. So while she was trying to, take the shortcut, she decided, instead of going around, the long way, she decided to jump over the conveyor belt that runs through the whole building. Okay, so when she did that, her foot was placed in the wrong place at the wrong time. There was a hole in the conveyor belt, and her foot got stuck, and there was no emergency stop for her to push and stop the machine. Somebody finally did stop the machine, and the emergency people, were not there to respond for some reason. The maintenance crew came and responded. It took them 25 minutes to take her out of that conveyor belt. 25 minutes, and she was awake the whole time. So can you imagine the agony, the pain that she was in? So she was rushed to the hospital nearby and then to another hospital. So this tells you, why was she not transferred to the good hospital to begin with? At first she was transferred to a local, a near hospital, then to another hospital that was more experienced in dealing with trauma cases. She should have been transferred there immediately, but this shows basically poor emergency procedures. And the overcome of the injury, even though she and her family suffered a lot to recover. So basically they ended up cutting her leg below the knee. It says in the scenario foot, but foot is just a foot. So if it's below the knee, they cut her leg. So following the accident, there was an investigation. A newly joined HSE professional, that is you, a safety professional. You are appointed as the leading investigator. You are going to start the investigation as per the instructions from the general manager to show their commitment. Okay, so there is commitment. This shows that there is commitment. The general manager is sending you from the head office to that site to conduct the investigation. Okay, so there is commitment from senior management. Okay. During the discussion with the general manager, you try to convey that careful safety training and oversight would have made this accident entirely preventable, but they were not ready to accept and argued that workers are competent, and they showed training records, they showed everything. We have competent workers, we have this, we have that. Okay, so this says here that reports are being completed but I don't think there is training taking place. I'm trying to help you see through the holes of the scenario so you know how to form your answer. So you advise the general manager to review the induction program and make an awareness campaign for the workers. And I will make a video about the induction. This is the first task that I will solve. I'll make the video and post it on YouTube, okay? So you decided to talk informally with some workers. They described previous near misses and minor incidents happening in the workplace due to improper site layout arrangements. So, okay, lack of safety culture, improper site layout arrangements, so no risk assessments. The workers said that they would not report because they were afraid of being blamed. Okay, so blame culture. Also, no one listened to them or took any action. So they have reported other incidents, near misses and accidents in the past. It fell on deaf ears. Nobody listened, nobody did anything. Okay. They also told you that there is no formal health and safety discussion between workers and managers. This is similar to the scenario released by NEBOSH sample paper. And the implemented controls are not up to the mark and have no proper emergency procedure. So there is a mark. Okay, this shows that senior management, they have commitment. They have a mark. They have to do this much to make sure that they implement the controls until here. But in the field, maybe they're doing it until here. Okay, so there is commitment from top, but not from the bottom. But because there is no commitment from the bottom and the top don't know about it, basically they need to revisit and reevaluate, excuse me, reevaluate their health and safety management system because they are failing. After the discussion with the GM, you decided to conduct meeting with all the department managers. You also advised to conduct an appropriate risk assessment in that location and arrange and rearrange the workplace layout accordingly. Okay. So, and it's given you a bunch of tasks here that you must complete in order for you to pass this mock exam. They've given you 11 tasks, and you have to complete all of them. Maybe in the actual examination you'll have 20. I don't know. Maybe you'll have 10. But the total number of the marks in the exam will be up to 100. It's very interesting to see here in this mock exam. This mock exam is that you, excuse me, you are not given any word count ties, because they should give you word count ties. They should have given you that in the mock exam. I don't know why they did not do that, because this is supposed to reflect how the examination is going to be. Okay, so they did not do that, and they should have done it. So welcome guys, welcome Sirud, welcome Zaid, ya hala. Okay, so this is basically the task. This is this is the scenario, and you have to extract information. I have extracted some useful tips from here for you to see. So this young lady, she should have been trained better, given more induction, classroom and on-the-job training, not just classroom induction. Learn the ropes and shortcuts. Why are they teaching her shortcuts? She should be learning good information, not bad. So we know that if there was a sign saying do not cross, do not do this, do not do that, she would have seen it because she had her eyes tested. She had her ears tested. Okay, so there was, I guess, lack of signs. The warning system, the alarms, they didn't work. Classroom, theoretical training, nothing practical. 1 week is not enough. Shortcuts existed in that workplace, and they shouldn't have been. There's not enough inspection or audits on the site itself, because if there was, plant inspection, if they inspected their sites periodically, which is a part of the active monitoring process, they would have found that there is a hole in the fence, or there is a hole here, there is a shortcut, other people are taken here and there. But I guess there is no, there is no proper inspection being carried out. The area is not secure. There is a lack of emergency procedure, because why did the mechanics come, or maintenance crew? Why did the ambulance not come? Why did the rescuers not come? They should have come there. Okay, why was she rushed to a near hospital and then taken to another hospital? She should have gone to that hospital in the first place. So there are not enough guards on that conveyor belt, otherwise she wouldn't have been caught on it. The conveyor itself is damaged, which is shameful, I guess. No emergency shutdown button, we said that. Maintenance took forever to get her out of that conveyor belt, which is which should have been the medics, like we said. Moral reasons basically are huge. Okay, now she has lost her leg, and she's just out of college, so she's less than 30 years, and her leg is amputated. Now, can you imagine the effect that is going to happen on her for the rest of her life? I don't think so. You are the new safety professional and lead investigator. You need to find out what happened and why. You advise for training, more induction. So that's one part. The other part is, the manager says that the workers are competent based on the reports that they have received in the head office. The workers are incompetent. We have records of training. Okay, but you don't. If everybody's taking shortcuts, if your site is not secure, there are shortcuts, there's, a hole in the fence, or, somebody can climb over and come to your site and get exposed to all these hazards and dangers on your site, then you're not safe. You are not safe. Your people are not safe. The trespassers, yes, even trespassers, even thieves, when they come to steal from you, if they can steal from you, that means there is, lack of security in your site, which, you have to fix that. You need to review the induction program. Like I said, I will be making another video on that. People are being blamed for that, for reporting incidents and accidents, which is, a shame. It shouldn't happen. Improper layout of site. Nobody listened. Nobody took any action when they reported previous incidents and accidents. No health and safety discussions between managers and workers. So we need to work on that with the safety committee and see what we can do. We need, okay, like we said, there are measures. The senior management or board level directors, they have, measures that have to be up to here on site. But the site managers, they're talking, like until here, they're taking this many measures. They're not up to the mark. The mark is here and they're down here. So it has to be up here. And no proper emergency procedure. I almost said everything twice just to make sure that things are covered. And basically that's it, I tried to open, our eyes on how to look at the scenario. Basically, you need to read between the lines, okay? The exam words, they are giving you what you want to read or understand, okay? But what you really have to understand is what's not written, okay? What's not written is what you have to understand, okay? You have to use your imagination, okay? Use your imagination while you're thinking. Use your imagination when you're attempting to answer these questions. And this is it, really. And I'll make another video, hopefully, and I will discuss the requirements for induction. I will solve that task first and share it with you all. I hope you find it useful, and hopefully next time there will be more participants in the live broadcast, and best of luck to all of you.